We got a meta card getting bonked by the Nerf Hammer, plus an entire archetype is getting a huge buff as well. You're gonna see this archetype all over the meta come September for sure. I'll tell you why in a bit. It's balance update time. Let's jump in.
You will pay the price.
Oh, she's one of my favorite characters and she got nerfed into obscurity, then they buffed her back, and now she's everywhere because of Athena, so she gets a nerf again. Angela now starts with 3 base power, so she's a 2/3, but now she only gains +1 power when you play a card in her lane. This is reminiscent of the nerf she got back in October of last year where her power scaling was nerfed to +1. It was really bad back then because Kitty and Elsa were also nerfed, so the whole package got wrecked, right? In the current game state though, we have other options to scale up like Athena, so the whole Kitty, Angela, Elsa package should still work, maybe just a little less effectively.
I like to move it.
Okay, so this next bunch of changes affect an entire archetype, and based on the cards coming out in September, should I do a video about data mines? I usually don't because they're so far out and subject to change. Anyway, these changes plus September's move-centric cards are really gonna make the move archetype interesting.
Do you understand me, Hercules? Do you understand me, my son?
Yes, father.
Okay, so this has been suggested for quite a long time. I feel like if he were a 3 cost, he would be more impactful because he only does his thing once per turn, and 2 turns is kind of not a lot of time to build up the power you need to compete with the other meta decks. Well, we're finally getting Hercules at 3 cost. He's now a 3/4. Ability remains the same. See, this is big for the move archetype. Having Hercules 1 energy cheaper means you can get him out earlier and enable more move combos earlier and power scale higher for cards like Dagger and Vulture. Sure, his power is a lot smaller now, but we're playing him for the move utility, not his power. Miles Morales gets a 1 power buff. He's pretty much a 1/6 in a move deck. Great value here.
But the city belongs to me.
The move your opponent's card archetype gets a bit of a boost here because now you get to set up Kingpin earlier. Kingpin goes from a 2/3 to a 1/2. Ability remains the same. So this helps with curve, right? Even if you draw Kingpin late, you can still play him cheap now with a Polaris, Stegron, or Arrow.
There is no God! That's why I stepped in!
Ah yes, the card you never actually want to draw, but you need to include him in your deck to unlock the powers of other cards, because his base stats are just crap. And by the way, high Evo decks have also fallen quite a bit. So high Evo gets a bit of love here. He goes from a 4/4 to a 4/6.
I'm here to talk to you about the Avenger Initiative.
Still, an underplayed card for the most part. The most famous Director of S.H.I.E.L.D. gets some love here. He goes from a 4/5 to a 4/6. Ability remains the same. Yeah, I don't know if this 1 power buff is going to do much as far as play rate goes, honestly. Still a far cry from his heyday, the purple fart cloud gets some love though. His ability remains the same, but he gets a 2 power buff. He's a 6/10 now.
Oh, Hercules.
So I'm actually excited to go back to my old move deck and tinker around with Hercules, get some practice in before September. But hey, do these changes affect any of your decks? What do you think of these changes? Let me know in the comments.